A new beginning in terms of my artwork is in reference to postmodernism. A new beginning is a restart of something completely different that borrows from the past, the present. A new beginning is a concept of being able to take many things and many images that I have used in the past and use them all over again. A lot of this work I did, I say about 10 years ago, and it's work that I never shown. It was work that I used as reference for paintings that I did exhibit. They're work of me trying to find different kind of symbolic meanings and different types of approaches to my work. The technique that I use in my work is one that it took me a very long time to develop, and it is a combination of different techniques that I have used in different ways and different times in my life as an artist. I secluded myself for 7 years in search for a vocabulary, a visual vocabulary that I could use to express my ideas in my paintings. One of the things that I use, and it was very important to me, was the technique that is used in scratch board. Basically what that is a board, a whiteboard that you can actually paint in black and then scratch it out to reveal the white underneath, or different colors that you may have painted the board with. And I began to use that same technique in my artwork, where you actually do carvings and you begin to peel away the paint to reveal and to create images. One of the things that I discovered when I began to combine the different techniques in my artwork was that I needed a bigger space, and out of that need I began to paint very large paintings, and I used that as a way to almost enter the artwork, where the artwork almost surrounded me when I was working on it, and that gave me a very intimate feeling about the work that I was doing, and that carried on into my smaller canvases, where I tried to use every bit of the canvas as possible and wrap it around the painting. The biggest inspiration with this set of paintings that I'm showing at this gallery comes from a number of things that happened in my life and a number of things that happened with the people that were around me. For instance, my grandmother and my mom. They all used to talk about what they considered to be spiritual things that used to occur to them, things which they could not explain. It could be perceived as being ghosts, or it can be perceived as being perception, the mind playing games on you. But the idea that one can perceive a different reality or can perceive a different world, that it was not obvious to everyone, fascinated me. This painting to me symbolizes a state of mind that I was in many years back when I first came to the United States. A sense of isolation, a sense of rebirth, almost like you are in a new space, in a new environment, and but all those things that make who you are all around you, like nature from the place I was born, around the figures, the whole concept of being born again or emerging, or in these paintings, and of course the reality of living in Chicago and the spaces that define what I call Chicago. I used to live close to the L, and it was wonderful to see the train go by. It continues to remind you of a clock, time. This painting is very close to me because it has two symbols that tend to repeat themselves in my paintings. One is the whole concept of life and death, and the reason for existence, and what does that two different things mean to me. We get absorbed by the idea of death and what happens after we die, but sometimes it's more fascinating the concept of where you came from before you were alive. Did you exist at all? I did a project, a commission, for a large painting using figures. And at the end of that commission, I have all this extra canvas. And I did not want to draw figures right after that because I've been doing it for quite a while. And so I decided, for no reason except for fun, to do something abstract. I never really like abstraction that much because I'm more of a figurative artist. And after I did the abstract, I had such an incredible joy. It was so much fun to do the abstract because it didn't put any demand in terms of having to think about what I was doing. It was just there purely for being there. As time went by, I realized the reason why I liked them so much is because I found language to be so limiting.